Close your eyes for a moment and observe the thoughts that pass through your mind. If you are truly aware, you will notice a pattern. Some thoughts uplift you, but many of them, the ones that seem automatic, are the ones that drain you. They whisper stories of doubt, fear, and limitation. They tell you why you are not good enough, why you will fail, why you are stuck. These thoughts seem to arise without invitation, as if they have their own consciousness, looping over and over like a well-rehearsed script. But let me ask you, are these thoughts really yours? Or are they just patterns, repeated so many times that they have become your identity? Most people live their entire lives without ever questioning the nature of their own mind. They assume that every thought they have is true, simply because it appears in their consciousness. But what if you could become an observer of your thoughts rather than a slave to them? What if you could recognize these negative thoughts for what they really are, just old programs running on autopilot? And if they are just programs, then they can be rewritten. Every thought you think sends a chemical signal to your body. If the thought is negative, your body produces stress hormones, cortisol, and adrenaline. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tighten, your breathing becomes shallow. Your body enters survival mode, preparing you to fight or flee. But here's the problem. Most people aren't in actual danger. There is no predator chasing them. There is no immediate threat. The only thing triggering this response is the thought itself. And because thoughts are invisible, people underestimate their power. But thoughts are the architects of your reality. The more you think a thought, the more it becomes ingrained in your brain. Neural pathways strengthen, synapses fire in the same patterns, and eventually, these negative thoughts become a habit. They no longer require conscious effort. They run automatically, like a well-worn trail in the brain. This is why it feels so hard to change. Your brain has been conditioned to think negatively, and your body has become addicted to the chemistry of stress. But here's the truth. Just because a thought feels real doesn't mean it is true. If you can observe a thought, then you are not the thought. You are the observer. And if you are the observer, then you have the power to change what you observe. The first step to destroying negative thoughts is awareness. You must become conscious of your unconscious thoughts. Throughout your day, pay attention. Notice when a negative thought arises. Instead of believing it immediately, question it. Ask yourself, is this thought serving me? Is this thought even mine? Who would I be without this thought? Most negative thoughts are borrowed from past experiences. They are relics of an old self, shaped by past failures, disappointments, and fears. But you are not your past. Every single cell in your body is constantly regenerating. The body you had 5 years ago is not the same body you have today. So why would you continue to think the same thoughts from 5 years ago? You are constantly evolving, but your mind is keeping you tethered to an old identity. If you want to change your life, you must change your mind first. The next step is interrupting the pattern. The moment you catch yourself thinking a negative thought, disrupt it. Say stop out loud if you have to. Change your physiology. Stand up, take a deep breath, stretch, go for a walk. Do something that signals to your brain that you are breaking the loop. The more you interrupt the pattern, the weaker the neural pathway becomes. And the weaker the pathway, the easier it is to replace it with a new one. But here's the secret. You cannot just remove negative thoughts. You must replace them with empowering ones. The brain doesn't operate in a vacuum. If you try to simply suppress a negative thought, it will come back stronger. Instead, consciously install a new thought in its place. If your mind says, I am not good enough, replace it with, I am more than enough. If your mind says, I will fail, replace it with, I am capable, and I am learning. At first, these new thoughts may feel uncomfortable, even fake. That's because your brain is not yet wired for them. But repetition is key. The more you think a new thought, the more real it becomes. Eventually, it becomes your new automatic program. Now, let's talk about emotion. Thought alone is not enough. Emotion is the fuel that makes thoughts real. When you pair a thought with a strong emotional state, it imprints in your subconscious mind. This is why traumatic experiences stick with us, because they are charged with emotion. But you can use this same principle to your advantage. When you think a positive thought, feel it in your body. Don't just say, I am confident. Embody it. Stand tall. Breathe deeply. Feel what confidence feels like. The stronger the emotion, the stronger the imprint. Over time, this becomes your new default state. But there's another layer to this. Your external environment plays a role in shaping your thoughts. If you surround yourself with negativity, negative people, negative news, negative habits, your mind will absorb it. You must be intentional about what you consume. Guard your mind like you would guard your home. Just as you wouldn't allow a thief into your house, don't allow negative influences into your consciousness. Choose wisely what you read, what you watch, who you spend time with. Your mind is fertile soil. Whatever you plant in it will grow. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for rewiring the brain. When you meditate, you step back from your thoughts and observe them. Without attachment, you shift from being lost in the thought to being aware of the thought. And in that awareness, you gain the power to change it. Regular meditation reduces stress, calms the nervous system, and allows you to install new beliefs more easily. If you are serious about destroying negative thoughts, meditation must become a daily practice. Another critical tool is gratitude. Gratitude is the opposite of lack. It is impossible to feel truly grateful and negative at the same time. When you shift your focus to what you appreciate, you rewire your brain to see abundance instead of limitation. Every day, make it a habit to list things you are grateful for. Feel that gratitude in your heart. The more you practice this, the more your mind will naturally focus on the positive. The final piece of this puzzle is action. You cannot think your way into transformation without taking action. Your new thoughts must be backed by new behaviors. If you tell yourself you are confident, but you continue to act in ways that reinforce insecurity, your brain will not believe you. Align your actions with your new identity. Take small steps every day that reinforce your new way of thinking. Show your brain through your behavior that you are serious about change. The mind is powerful, but it is also malleable. Neuroplasticity proves that the brain is always changing. It is never too late to rewire yourself for greatness. Every thought you think is either reinforcing an old identity or creating a new one. Choose wisely. The person you become depends on the thoughts you choose to believe. And when you master your mind, you master your life.